Are you tired of scouring the internet, trying to find some practical method by which you can identify and change limiting beliefs? If you're interested in that, stick around and watch this video. I'm going to share some thoughts about that with you. I've done the heavy lifting and the hard graft. I've summarized something that I think works in practice in terms of limiting beliefs. All right. Hi guys, my name is Jacques Snyman and I make videos to help you create a more secure future. If you're concerned about retrenchments or layoffs or potentially losing your job, or if you just want to augment your income by means of a side hustle or something like that, then this is the place for you. All right, so today's focus or topic is beliefs. I want to do a couple of things. I want to define beliefs for you, what they are. I want to also share with you where do beliefs come from. The third aspect I want to touch on is why are they so damn important in our lives. And then the fourth thing is I want to illustrate the whole lot by means of a personal example of a specific belief that I'm currently working on changing and making better for myself. Right. The definition of belief or beliefs in terms of us as human beings. Tony Robbins has got a very simple definition. He says it's a feeling of certainty about what something means. Right? David Bayer says that a belief is simply a decision. If I take up all these gurus' inputs and I create my own definition or my own understanding of a belief, it is what I take for the truth. It's what you take for the truth in terms of how do I live life, right? These are reference points, and the reason why they are so very, very important in our lives is actually very simple. If you can, for a moment, just imagine an iceberg. I want to illustrate what beliefs are. Right at the bottom of the iceberg, 80-90% of the iceberg is not visible, right? So right at the bottom, you've got where your beliefs sit. Your beliefs influence or inform your rational thinking process. That process then will inform your feelings or the emotions that you have, and that will then get you to a place where you make a decision, right? That's typically on the waterline of that iceberg. Once you've made a decision, you will do something, and that action will then have a result or an outcome, right? So that's how decision making works, and that's how beliefs influence our decisions. So every single decision you make, from what kind of a sandwich you're going to have for lunch to buying a car or a house or who you're going to get married to, all of those decisions are informed by your beliefs, right? So that's how that aspect of belief actually drives our decision making process. Why is it so important? Because we may have limiting beliefs about things like work and money and relationships and kids that are actually sabotaging us. And that sabotaging in brackets means that it's actually preventing me from living the full potential of my life that I really can. So beliefs can limit you, or beliefs can actually enable you to get stuff done. So that's why they are so critically important. Having done lots of leadership development in my life over the years, I've been privileged to connect with thousands of people. What I've seen and what I've realized is that most people, guys, like 90% plus of people, never spend the time to ever even figure out what their beliefs are, and they are none the wiser in terms of how these beliefs may be sabotaging them, and therefore they're not getting to live that real, true, fantastic, ideal life that they could be living. That's sad. People spend more time on a shopping list than what they do on trying to determine and figure out what their own beliefs are and how these things are holding them back. So that's just a little bit of a side story. Let me illustrate beliefs and how you can potentially change those beliefs that are holding you back by means of a personal example. How do you figure out which are your limiting beliefs? Very simple. You look at your life, the aspect of your life. Let's say you want to look at relationships, or you want to look at kids, or you want to look at work, or you want to look at finances. I'm taking finances as an example. Let's look at finances. What's the result of finances in your life? Currently, for me, in summary, it's not where I want it to be. I then backtracked a little bit and looked at why am I financially where I am, which is not the place where I would have liked to be. I then went and understood what my beliefs about money are, and they include some of the following things. Money is hard to come by. You've got to work very hard to earn your daily bread or earn your money, right? Money is in limited supply, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. Those are aspects that I uncovered in my process of sitting down and writing down how I feel and what I think about money, for example. So a whole bunch of limiting beliefs I identified in terms of money for myself. I then realized that in order for me to achieve a vision that says I want to earn so much money, or I want so much money to flow into my life, I need to become the person that actually does that, or experiences that, or experiences that vision, if you want. So I need to change. Therefore, I need to have a look at these beliefs, and these beliefs need to be changed so that they are aligned with that person that sits in the future somewhere that has got that financial situation that I'm striving towards. So I need to change in that process. I then went and really did all the hard work to at least figure out one method that you can use to potentially change some of those limiting beliefs. In future videos, I'll discuss others. But for now, and this is what I'm doing in practice, I simply took a couple of steps. And this is based on a piece of scientific research that was done, where the outstanding characteristic, if you want, of people that were successful in terms of taking a belief, setting an intention, and then actually achieving that over a period of time, they had positive expectation, right, of this thing happening. So if I want to have a certain amount of money coming into my life every month, I need to have a positive expectation about that. That's the one thing. The kind of tools they shared and used with these groups of research individuals, if you want, included a couple of things. It included, as a first step, intention setting. And what does that mean from a money perspective? I need to go and define how much money do I want to come into my life by what date, right? You don't need to know how, and you also, so says the research, you also don't even have to believe that it would be possible or how you're going to get it right, right? So the first step is set an intention. So I've set an intention. I've defined an amount of money, and I defined a date, and I said by that time I want so much money to flow into my life. That's the intention setting. I then went and created a mantra or an affirmation that talks to me, that is personal to me, that actually defines that future situation regarding the money. So I've got that mantra. And then the third thing I'm doing is I'm just simply repeating that mantra as per the recipe, if you want, on a daily basis. What I then follow up as almost like a third step after I've done the repetition of the mantra is that I just simply sit and reflect and visualize that future picture. So 3 simple steps. You set an intention, you develop some form of a mantra or an affirmation that talks to you, and then thirdly, once you've done that on a daily basis, afterwards you go and sit and reflect and visualize that future situation as if it has already happened. Right. This typically is a 180-day process. So it's a 6 months process. I'm currently busy on day 15, day 16. And your question would be, okay, so is this successful? Is it giving any results? This modality or this methodology of changing limiting beliefs? I must admit that for the first couple of days, I just mechanistically went through this process of repetition. Right now, on day 15, day 16 was today, I'm starting to see shifts taking place in my thinking and in my focus specifically. So is it working? I truly believe that it is starting to work, guys. As I go on this journey and as I progress on this journey, I'll keep you posted. And what I will also do in a future video is I will investigate different ways in which you can actually change those limiting beliefs. There are other things you can do. There are meditations that you can do. There is so-called brain wave entrainment that you can do. There are HemiSync audio soundtracks that you can listen to. There's a whole raft of different aspects that you can go and consider in terms of how do you change limiting beliefs. I'll get to those in future. But for now, I'm just using intention setting, affirmations that I repeat on a daily basis, or a mantra if you want. I then reflect and visualize the future, and that's what I'm doing. It's starting to work for me, so hold thumbs. I'll keep you posted, and I will explore beliefs and how to change those limiting beliefs more in future videos. For now, if you like this, please just subscribe or like the video. I hope this has given you a little bit of steer in terms of getting practical regarding beliefs. I hope it's valuable to you.